And an update from Aurora right now. Police have arrested a woman that they believe started yesterday's early morning apartment fire we told you about. A 5-year-old boy died in that fire. 31 people are out of their homes.
It happened around 1:30 Monday morning at the Bellaterra Apartments near Chambers and Iliff. This is the breaking news that we were bringing you all morning long yesterday. Alondra Michelle is facing charges now for murder, arson, and attempted murder. Police say it stems from a domestic violence incident with someone who lived at the complex. They say she set something inside the apartment on fire.
And new overnight, Denver City Council has voted to pay a $500,000 settlement to a lawsuit to a college student. He was shot with a projectile during the George Floyd protests a couple years ago. According to the lawsuit, Denver police officers shot Michael Aker in the eye with a 44-millimeter baton round. That was in May of 2020. His attorneys say that there was no curfew in place at the time and no imminent threat of violence either.
Well, the strike is officially over. King Soopers union employees voted to approve a new agreement with the grocery chain. We can now confirm the details of the deal. It includes wage increases of at least $2 an hour in the first year of the contract. Some workers will receive wage increases in excess of $5 per hour. A higher company contribution to health care benefits, improvements to holiday and sick leave. It also includes 500 new full-time positions to be added within 90 days. Employees will be paid for unused vacation, plus several new safety enhancements at stores regarding dangerous emergencies and COVID protections. Happening now, multiple police departments are investigating reports of anti-Semitic flyers dropped off in neighborhoods in and around Denver. Yeah, the flyers are similar to the ones distributed in other states. Neighbors say everyone living on this block near Denver Country Club received the anti-Semitic flyers. The distributing papers mixed criticism against Judaism with comments about COVID, identified government and pharmaceutical leaders as Jewish. Scott Levin is with the Anti-Defamation League. He says more than 24 people have contacted the ADL about the flyers since Sunday.
They understand how distressing it is for myths, conspiracy theories, and lies to be passed around in this way, all in the promotion of virulent anti-Semitism.
Denver, Castle Rock, and Arvada police are now investigating, but according to the ADL, some of the most passionate actors are in Colorado. The ADL says the number of anti-Semitic incidents reported in Colorado is on the rise. 60 reported in 2020, the second highest number of reports in the last decade. Right now, Elbert County Elections Clerk Dallas Schroeder is under investigation for a possible security breach of voting equipment. Democratic Colorado Secretary of State Jenna Griswold says she found out about the possible breach when Schroeder filed an affidavit as part of an election conspiracy lawsuit he's involved in against Griswold. In the affidavit, the Republican admitted he made a copy of election servers, saying he did so before a software update of the voting system. Schroeder claims the update may have destroyed the 2020 records.
There's claims running around that records required for retention under federal and state election law were deleted as a part of that process, and it's not true.
At this point, we have no reason to believe that there was election security vulnerability for the 2021 election.
Griswold says Schroeder hasn't responded to her request for information on how he made the copy of the voting system hard drive. Schroeder declined to provide a statement to 9 News on Monday. He is the second elections clerk in Colorado to face legal questions about voting equipment security. A grand jury is currently investigating Mesa County Republican clerk Tina Peters for leaking files to fellow conspiracy theorists. A congressional ethics committee is now looking into Colorado Republican Doug Lamborn.
He is accused of abusing resources, mostly to benefit his family. The representative from Colorado Springs is accused of soliciting and accepting gifts from his staff and checking with higher-ranking staff members to make sure those gifts would be expensive enough for his wife. He's also accused of directing staff to help his son land a federal government job. The Office of Congressional Ethics says there is substantial reason to believe the violations. A separate committee will now review the allegations and decide what to do next.